Crime surely pays, even if for a time, and the payoffs are not insignificant. There are people of ample wealth in this world who have acquired it through underworld dealings in often shady trades. Now, certain members of this criminal community could buy a personal army with the riches they have amassed through their nefarious means. Names of particular criminals are likely floating through your mind already. Will they appear on our list of the 20 richest criminals in the world? We compiled a list based on research through Forbes, Celebrity Net Worth, and The Richest to compile the following list. Ready? Let's get started. 20. Charles Manson, $400,000. Some knew Charles Manson as a singer-songwriter, others as a cult leader, but most people would not argue that the leader of what would become known as the Manson family in California was a hardcore criminal. Manson's followers unleashed a string of 9 murders across 4 different locations in the summer of 1969. In the meantime, Manson amassed a net worth which, as of 2021, is estimated to be $400,000. 19. Nicky Barnes, $500,000. New York City played host to quite a few crime bosses, and in the 1970s, Nicky Barnes was among the most prominent. In fact, in just 2 years, Barnes organized a 7-man African-American organized crime syndicate known as the Council, seizing control of a large part of Harlem's heroin trade. As of 2021, Barnes's net worth was estimated to be $500,000. 18. Lee DaVanzo, $500,000. The cleft-chinned, meaty tough guy Lee DaVanzo was the son of a loan shark and car thief. His father attempted to outrun the FBI in 1977 and was killed in the process. DaVanzo himself didn't fall far from the tree, though would go on to notoriety through his wife, Drita DaVanzo, from the hit TV series Mob Wives. As the 18th richest criminal in the world, DaVanzo's net worth was approximately $500,000 in 2021. 17. George Norman, $500,000. After being discovered abusing a 5-year-old girl in her home in Basildon, the American criminal George Norman was caught and arrested. The pensioner was formally incarcerated in 2005 for inappropriate touching of children, though he had deceived his family by telling them that his prior conviction was drug-related. In 2021, George Norman's net worth is estimated to be about $500,000. 16. Michael Franzese, $1 million. As the New York mobster and a capo regime of the Colombo crime family, Michael Franzese was part of a criminal enterprise in the 1980s when they were involved in gasoline tax racketeering efforts. Ultimately, abandoning his criminal life, Franzese turned to God, becoming a devoted Christian who runs a foundation aimed at helping the community's youth. As of 2021, Franzese's estimated worth was approximately $1 million. 15. Hector Jr. Pagan, $1 million. Hector Pagan used to be a Bonanno crime family associate, who would later turn to be an informant to the feds. Pagan is notably distinguished for being the ex-husband of Mob Wives star and daughter of the notorious Bonanno Anthony Graziano, Rennie Graziano. Hector Pagan's net worth is an estimated $1 million. 14. Freeway Rick Ross, $1 million. After establishing a California drug empire in the 1980s, the American drug trafficker Freeway Rick Ross was incarcerated for a life sentence in prison. His sentence was ultimately shortened, leading to his release in 2009. In other walks of life, Ross was also an author. As the 14th richest criminal in the world, Ross's net worth is approximately $1 million. 13. Sammy Gravano, $2 million. While Sammy Gravano is a former Gambino crime family underboss, he is mostly known for helping take down John Gotti when he agreed to testify against his former boss, as well as other related mobsters. The deal involved Gravano confessing to being involved in 19 homicides. Yet in 2021, Gravano was still worth $2 million. 12. John Gotti Jr., $10 million. Jr., as he was generally known as the boss of the Gambino family between 1992 and 1999. He was brought before the court multiple times, starting in 2004 and all the way through 2009 as a defendant in trials for racketeering. Curiously, all of the trials ended in mistrials. His net worth as of 2021 was about $10 million. 11. Frank Abagnale, $10 million. Abagnale is a renowned conman, imposter and check forger, so much so that he is thought to have assumed as many as 8 new identities. While he does qualify as the 11th richest criminal on this list, he has turned things around, currently working as a lecturer and consultant for the FBI. His net worth is estimated to be $10 million. 10. EPHREN Taylor, $10 million. Taylor was sentenced to 19 years and 7 months in a federal penitentiary for devising and employing a scheme that tricked over 400 people by cheating them out of a stunning $16 million. With that said, his estimated net worth in 2021 was still $10 million. 9. John Gotti, $30 million. As one of the most well-known and prominent mobsters turned Gambino crime family boss, the Italian-American John Gotti became the family's top earner. While he was turned in by informants and ultimately brought down, Gotti's net worth is still estimated to be $30 million as of 2021. 8. RAYFUL Edmond, $50 million. In the 1980s, few could compare to RAYFUL Edmond in terms of power as a Washington, D.C. American drug lord. He has commonly been credited with the introduction of crack cocaine into D.C., triggering a serious escalation of homicides in the United States, helping the city acquire the unwelcome moniker of America's murder capital. As of 2021, RAYFUL Edmond's net worth was $50 million. 7. Big MEECH, $100 million. Detroit has had its share of organized crime that centered around drugs. Brothers Terry Flannery and Demetrius founded the Big MEECH Black Mafia family organization, and by the year 2000, they were the prominent drug traffickers of cocaine distribution across the lower 48. Big MEECH was estimated to have a net worth of $100 million. 6. Al Capone, $100 million. The Prohibition era saw the rise of criminals who would dabble in the distribution of forbidden substances, with the most recognizable name among this crew being Al Capone, who was also known as Scarface. Capone was the boss of the Chicago outfit and had a 7-year reign as the mob boss until he went down for tax evasion at the age of 33. His net worth is still estimated to be $100 million as of 2021. 5. El Chapo Guzman, $1 billion. Most people are familiar with El Chapo Guzman, the 5th richest criminal on our list for his reputation as the Sinaloa cartel drug lord. He quickly grew into one of the richest and most powerful drug distributors along the Pacific coast of Mexico's state of Sinaloa. By 2003, he was Mexico's top drug lord and regarded by most as the most powerful trafficker across the globe. While he was finally taken down in the last few years, his net worth was estimated to be at $1 billion. 4. Griselda Blanco, $2 billion. Known to many as the Black Widow or La Madrina, Griselda Blanco was a Colombian drug lord that presided over the Medellin cartel. She was also the reigning pioneer of the cocaine trade in 1950s Miami. Her drug campaign involved transporting drugs from Colombia to New York City, an endeavor that accumulated a massive murder count of over 200. In 2012, at the age of 69, Blanco, the 4th richest criminal on our list, was shot and killed. As of 2021, her estimated net worth was a stunning $2 billion. 2. Carlos Leder, $2.7 billion. Not only is Carlos Leder a former Colombian drug lord, but he's also a co-founding member of the Medellin cartel. The Armenian-born Leder is currently incarcerated in the United States, though before he went down to the law, he ran an entire cocaine transport empire on Norman's Cay Island. As of 2021, Carlos Leder's net worth is estimated to be $2.7 billion. 1. Leona Helmsley, $8 billion. Leona Helmsley had a reputation, and it was not a positive one. She was dubbed the Queen of Mean for her tyrannical behavior and unwelcoming personality. Perhaps it was that same mentality that made her think she did not need to pay taxes to the government. In 1989, her tricks caught up with her as she was busted and prosecuted for tax evasion. As of 2021, her estimated net worth was estimated to be a stunning $8 billion, though who only knows how much the government took off of that for unpaid taxes. In either case, Leona Helmsley tops our list as the richest criminal in the world.
Bringing you more value per minute than any other entrepreneurial channel out there, or at least trying to. We would appreciate if you at least subscribe, like, and share this video. That would mean the world to us.